refreshed, renewed, and supercharged. I have a package. This package is from RollingTardis. I had sent him a bunch of stuff that's been around the house for many years, and I figured some were time for an upgrade. It's kind of shit he likes to play around with. So, I figured it would be some nice, kind of easy upgrades to stuff, and some other things needed to be fixed. And the box is back. So let's go ahead and open this guy up. I gotta get a better razor blade. This one just... I gotta snap the end off of it, but I just never do. There we go. Guess we'll just turn it around here. Open this up and see. It's not really a surprise for me because I already know what's in here, but you don't. Oh, there's a message too. All right. Oh, Dick. All right, we're gonna we're gonna go over this. It says things completed and/or modded. Discovery time temperature. Humidity display. Replaced old backlight LEDs with 6 brand new white 3x2mm rectangular LEDs. Digital Answering Machine added a jewel thief to run a green LED for the new message. Was read. Reglued speaker. 3 AT&T caller ID boxes. Removed 9-volt relay. Jumpered normally closed connections. Added backlight to LCD display. Added fast flash RGB LED for new call. Was read. China light up thing. You'll see it. Replace micro USB connector. It was severed from the PCB and knackered. Modded clock circuit to run off of USB with the help of a buck converter. Added 200 milliamp hour lithium pack to run clock when not connected to USB. Added lithium charger for internal clock battery. Clock should run 30 to 40 days estimated on battery power. Chicago electric screwdriver. Replace NiCad pack. Replace with a single 2500 milliamp hour 18650 lithium. Added support to charge internal lithium pack. Modded driver charge indicator to an orange charging LED. Made up new USB charge cord, USB to 5.5 by 2.1 barrel jack. Repaired driver LED switch circuit. New trigger switch. Included sample of glamorous wash entitled. And then it goes on the back. Bonus. 2 early birthday presents. A standard unicorn info globe in smoke with battery mod with refreshed rotating arm LEDs and super green LEDs, and an internet info globe in green with super green LEDs. Vibrant. To get started, download Arduino LED. Blah, blah, blah. It's just instructions. Move files, and then a folder needs to have those, and then you apply, and then you add things, and then it's complicated. And if it's, we see which port it gets, and then upload the firmware, and then you got to do all kinds of software thing, and I don't know how the all fucking works. But anyway, oh, Dick, I'm just jazzed about what's in the box to start with. I was not expecting anything along those lines. Jeez. Oh, man. He did email me and say, I expect several starstruck moments. Glamorous wash entitled, oh, it looks vacuum sealed in a Ziploc bag. Indeed, vacuum sealed inside of a Ziploc bag, and these are the 3 relays that were removed, 9-volt relays that were removed from the caller ID boxes. You're going to see all that in a minute. This obviously is a long video. So we have that. That's cool. I have to open that and smell it maybe a little bit later in the video. Get rid of that. Spare wall wart. Okay. Here's one that came with the Chicago electric screwdriver. And here is the Chicago electric screwdriver that has been redone. So this is it. It's just a plain basic, nothing screwdriver like that. Charge 5 volts USB, complete with label. And a new USB cable. Nice, in fact. Look at that. Look at this job. Even marked. Really nice. Like that to charge it. Doesn't seem like anything special, but believe you me, it is. And the light on it was knackered. That wasn't working, and now it is. I'm curious to see the orange LED, if it will go to charge at all right now. We're going to need power there anyway. Oh, it is orange! Check that out. It is definitely orange. That is very orange. Very nice. Just awesome. So there's that. Okay. In here is my Panasonic answering machine with its wall wart. Now, the story with this goes that's tangled up in there. That's fine. The story with this was I had bought this when I worked for the Wiz years ago, and this has been my answering machine ever since that time. Where it sits normally, the LED used to be behind this black plastic panel and was just a cutout that was clear, and there was a dinky red LED in there, and it did nothing. It was very hard to see from where it was. So when I would come in the house, I'm going to have to untrangle this. When I would come in the house after, being out for a while, and I was curious if anybody had called and left a message, I'd always have to walk over to it and take a look. I want to be able to see it from across the room, and now I can. So we'll plug that in. I'll get the cord in the little cord guide. I should be able to set it right here. I'll go ahead and plug this in. Oh, man! Take a look at that! You can't miss that, and especially from where it sits, I wanted it protruding from the machine. That is especially important. It is blinding to look at. Man, oh man, oh man. Absolutely. I forget if there's a way to record a memo with this. Not really. But, okay, maybe it did. Now it's flashing. That's what counts. It works. It's bright and obnoxious, and I love it. that'll do fine. So now I can put this back in service. Years ago, the speaker in it had failed, and I actually replaced that out of a little boombox that had tiny speakers in it. They were just the right size for this, and I put those in, or put one of them in. Move this stuff out of the way, and we're going to open up that detergent in a bit and smell it. But we have more stuff. Ah, yes, the temperature display. We're going to probably wait to look at that till the end. So I could stand it up, but at least I'll unwrap it out of the plastic and tell you about it. Now, in case you weren't aware, RollingTardis has already had an entire series of videos on refurbishing all of these items. This is upside down. There we are. Another Discovery Channel store device, just like the Olympia Info Globe. Had a video on this. There's links in the prescription. Okay, links in the to the items that we've seen that I've had videos on. They're in the description, as well as links to RollingTardis's refurbishment videos. You need to go there and subscribe. Okay, this I bought probably around the same time as the Info Globe, and it sits there and it displays temperature and humidity, and also has a wireless outdoor sensor, temperature and humidity for that as well. And originally I had planned to, this is wall mountable, actually mount it on the wall in the hallway upstairs, and I was going to run the wire for the cord through the wall and have it plug in and this, that, and the third, not ever knowing or realizing that this was going to China years later. So it's a very poor quality, very angle-specific LCD screen that is backlit with LEDs. And it's colorful and nice, and we'll see it a bit later. You can see how the Discovery Channel store logo has yellowed over the years like that, because it's been around for a long time. Had this on my desk forever, pushing 15, 16 years, and over those years the display has grown to the point where even if the room was completely dark, if you squinted at it the right way, then you could read it. Yeah. So that's how bad it got. We have more boo-boos. We'll put then we have more boo-boos and a package, and in here are AT&T 436 caller ID boxes. There are trace of them. 2, trois. I think that's how you say it. One of them is not like the others. You'll see why in a minute. I had included one power adapter, so I got the one power adapter back. Again, we're going to kind of take a closer look at that stuff in a bit. I want to just unbox the rest here. Let's get this out, and then we'll get the Info Globes out, and then we'll look at them last. Because really, repaired USB internal battery mod. Clock should run 30 to 40 days on 200 milliamp hour battery. And what this is a thing. And with that thing, I had a video on this years ago. You stick in this guy, and then it lights up, and it's all pretty. And again, we'll look at that later on. The China had sent this thing. They had all different designs for this and stuff like that, and they said, what base do you want? They had different bases, so I chose this one just because it had a clock in it. I thought it would be cool, and that was that. And then they sent it to me, and the video I made, but I had to like park something behind it to keep the USB cable in the right spot for it to work. And I emailed them, and most companies are like, oh, we so sorry, we sent out a replacement right away. This guy's like, we'll hit you on the backside. It's kind of how it went. Which meant, next time that we cooperate, I'll take care of you. That never happened. So I was stuck with this bum unit, and that was that. And then we have the two incredibly wrapped infoglobuses. That is really something. We're going to set those aside for now. We'll get the big box out of here, and we will take a look now at, put that over there, at some of this stuff. So we'll put that aside for now. And let us start with, we'll do the caller ID boxes. So these I've had. One of these made an appearance in, let me see if I can get you in here a little bit better and lower this down. There we are. That's not much better. We're going to have to fix that. That's a lot better. There. One of these made an appearance in a video I had called the Caller ID Project. And these are classic boxes, I think a good 20 years old. And they were just kind of a plain Jane thing. And it was a thing in the day because A, home phone service, and B, caller ID, which was around, but you had to pay for it. And 3, I don't even know what it was, but they were basic. A friend of mine, Brian, had an AT&T wall phone that had a green backlit caller ID display, and these did not have a backlit display, which kind of always irked me because it plugs in. So it's like, can you try, really? I understand there were some battery-powered only ones, and I get that. As far as these boxes, they've all been in service for years. This one is a lot more yellow than the rest. I don't know why. It just is. Don't know if that was the one in the kitchen. I'd imagine, because maybe the sun hits it better than the others. And one of them, this one, no, this one. This one, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Corner of the display, up there, has got like, looks like ink in there. The LCD panel is not quite. I think we had this one in the bedroom, and I imagine that was Witten induced, knocking it to the floor a few times. I wanted these modded in a couple different ways. 3 different ways, in fact. A is get rid of the annoying relay, which are those there. Those relays would pick up the, as part of the way this operates, they would pick up the telephone line periodically, which was spoken about in the video, the Caller ID Project. It would pick up periodically and listen to the dial tone to check for voicemail, because it has that also. The problem was, it would do that at any time, even when you're on a telephone call, seemingly at random, because there were 3 of them, so you never knew which one was doing what when. And while it was just like somebody picking up an extension and wouldn't cause any harm if you're on the line, what it did do is it would pick up, get a dial tone, which then would make my line busy. And there have been many times over the years where somebody tried to call me and said, "What the hell, I just called you, your line was busy." I don't know. And it so turns out that they're all calling just by sheer coincidence at the same moment that these caller ID boxes are picking up to check for voicemail, which is like 2 seconds. I don't use voicemail, so I don't need that. So that was the first mod. And then B was changing the display to a backlit display, or not really changing the display, but backlighting the display, and they light up in an interesting color. And this had a red light in it that would always be on, and now it no longer is. So I'm not going to demonstrate the answering machine to you anymore. You kind of saw what it did. And I'm not going to demonstrate the caller ID boxes in the sense that I'm not going to, as XJoe81X would say. But it's the only thing different is it displaying a number on there. So let's plug it in. And now, aha! Look at that. It's backlit. It's not as easy to read as you might expect, but it's a lot better than it was. It's definitely readable. It's not an even, because that's not the kind of display it is, but that's fine, because it certainly taught an old dog new tricks, as opposed to teaching a new dog new tricks. So that's cool, and the flashy LED just doing that at all times. Let's kill the lights here so we can get a better look at that. I'll kill the orange light too. And yeah. Certainly attention grabbing. I didn't realize it was going to be that attention grabbing. Wow. That's one hell of a caller ID display, you gotta say. You gotta say, that is one hell of a caller ID display. So now we'll go on to another one, and obviously it works too. Yep, it's there. I probably have to adjust the contrast on this one. And this is the slightly knackered display. You can kind of tell, but that's the way it is. So, and that's got the flashy light in it. And then this one, definitely pretty damn cool. Definitely pretty damn cool. And the time and date and all that will set itself automatically when a call comes in. So that's definitely awesome. Love that kind. And as far as the weather station, while we have the lights off, let's see if I can park this on the thing. Yep, there we go. There we are. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Wow! You know, the angle of the dangle of this display is not bad. That is why I wanted to hang that on the wall in the hallway. Damn, 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 damn. Damn, damn, damn. Yeah, that is a holy shit moment. never, ever, 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 ever looked that good. Utterly amazing. I never thought. That is so vibrant and vibrant. Never did I think that it would be this good. Now you do get the, you see how it like fades out on you? The camera doesn't really do it justice, but at the wrong angle, like this here, maybe, camera doesn't really do it justice that I can see in the display. So yeah, it does have a poor viewing angle, but the fucker works now. That is really, really something. Wow. Really something, wow. And as far as this display guy, let's see if we could set that up quick. Pull that cable. And that, I had that USB thing before, and not sure where it is now, but I know I need it. Should be here. Here it is. I got a bunch more, but this is here, so we'll use that. Alright, we'll open this up. Plug it in. And as far as the USB port being broken off the board, it was shipped to me that way. I had never broken it to begin with. The problem I'm having is I can't see which way the port goes, and I don't want to plug it in upside down and do it all wrong and break it anyway. I think I had it and it's just too new. Okay, it goes. Yeah, that's what it did. I forget how it works. There you go. I think it changes color somewhere. Yeah, there it does. And then there was a way to set the clock, and I think it did other stuff. Oh yeah, there's buttons back here. There you go. That's pretty damn bright. I guess it only goes on for a short time, but yeah, it's a clock, and you can set it, and it can do things, and it beeps, and it plays stupid tunes, and that's what it does. Wow, yay! But it now works at least, so that's definitely pretty cool. I like the display. The camera really doesn't do this justice. It has more of a depth to it that you don't get on camera. It really is something. But I think we need to clear all this away. Everything as far as the modifications and that have come out way better than I ever thought. Ever. Than I had imagined. I just come up, I'm like the Steve Jobs. I come up with the idea. But then as far as the final end product, I never imagined it could be that good. Jobs was too full of himself to know the difference. And he was a money-hungry bastard. This is the detergent Glamorous Wash entitled, so it can be a millennial. So we are gonna clear away this stuff. This is a lot of stuff that I gotta put all these back in service, and you know, there's a lot of a lot of things that I got to get out of here that are... Find a place for that weather station again. I think I'll put it down here near the info globe. That kind of seems like a logical spot, you know, keep the Discovery Channel store stuff together. And now, definitely vacuum sealed. I could smell it already. Yeah, it actually leaked a bit. That is what entitlement smells like, huh? Oh, because it's kind of an open bottle. Okay, that's interesting. Well, we'll kind of keep this in its sleeve. And I'll have to use that soon, along with the other one, with the Diva wash. And I still have to put this label back on the other machine that got knackered. So we're going to have to do that sooner or later. But I'm going to put this in a safe spot somewhere over here so it doesn't fall down. But now I think it is time. Put these relays aside over here. I think it's time to get out these info globes and look at them. And again, it's going to be some setup involved with the internet. One, it looks like I'm going to need a wire cutter, but look at this packing job. Look at that. Yeah, I'm going to need a wire cutter for the cable ties on there. So let's get that and carry on. As I was handling the detergent, I got just a little bit went in my finger, so it smells like it. So I went to get this, and I'm like, did you know that in the 10 steps it took me to get this wire cutter and come back? I ordered 6 lattes from Starbucks without even realizing, and made millions of microtransactions that bankrupted me in online games, and made my parents buy me a new car that's leased. And I also had avocado toast. Sense of entitlement. It's not all millennials, by the way, because Karens also are entitled. This is one hell of a tough cable tie. Oh! Damn. These are some hefty cable ties. Nice. Oh, I'm getting that feeling of when the neon sign showed up. I'm getting that feeling again. That this is really going to be something. Yeah! All right. Hello, JK18. I am your unicorn info globe. I can't even, in the box. In the box. Really, man? Damn. I don't know. I don't know. And this one is the interwebs one. Love that. Love that. This is great. It's actually funny because these are the different kinds. You have the Olympia one, And the Discovery Channel store one, which is what I had on my original one. And now there's a lot many more, like a lot things, a lot of them, too, and it made a lot. Yeah, gotta have to find places for that. Power adapter. Oh, deck. Telephone cord. Does it come out nicely? No? I want to get it without touching the Globus. And these have all been RollingTardis refreshed. We're going to have to get back to that screwdriver. I was going to make a sample of that. And this is the unicorn sty, where it's 3 different colors. He's got one. I never thought I would, but thank you very much. Definitely starstruck moments here. This was way beyond what I ever imagined. That's really... I never thought, never. We're gonna have to kill the lights, obviously. Up she goes. It's green. It's definitely green. But then it's blue. and then it's red. Let's kill the lights. Oh, wow. That is really different. That is really different. That green is very vibrant and very flickery. To my eyes, anyway. Yeah, it makes some neat patterns on the camera. To have it change colors, though. Wow. I mean, really, wow. Really, wow. So there's one. That is fantabulous. And the other one, I don't know if it will do anything if I just plug it in. But let's take a look at it nonetheless, because it has been an internet modded one, and again, RollingTardis has a whole bunch of videos on this. So this is a green one with the green LEDs, the power adapter. Let's move the stuff out of the way. Olympia. Coming around back. It's just a standard Globus. Nothing special. I want to be very careful about touching it. The bottom, nothing there to expect out of the ordinary. Might need a screwdriver to get the battery door open. There's the secret. with the USB port wired in. And this one is interwebs connected and can display the weather and other messages and other stuff. And the way it does that, if I could just get the corner in there, we go. The way it does that is, unfortunately, because of the way it's modded and the way it was manufactured, the link between it being able to display caller ID and the time and date like it normally did has been severed. And there is a new infrared emitter in there that sends the data to this display. So that is a totally separate entity that will not display caller ID. It just displays stuff from the interwebs, but it will always, of course, keep perfect time and all that kind of great stuff, you know. Let's go ahead and plug this one in and see its greenedness and if it will display anything. JK18 ready for code. Yep. Let's kill that here. That is bright and vibrant. And with the flicker it has, very, very attention-getting. Yeah. Wow. Definitely cool, and I got a lot of work to set that up, but it can be done, and wouldn't that be awesome? So I think with that, we're gonna have to test out that screwdriver and see. Might have to wait because I have to get some stuff. Yeah, I'll have to come back a little bit later. You won't even know the difference, but we'll do that later. That is cool. Ready F space R code. I think there's still glitches every now and again. Let's wait for it to... Yeah, there you go. See? Just every now and again it just... Oopsie. I used to get a lot of old men come into Tiny Metal back in the day, and I'd always go, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And I'd usually tell those old geezers to fuck off, and that was the end of that. RollingTardis and I talked about the abilities of this screwdriver, and this happens to be one of those cases where just because you can doesn't mean you should holds true. This is just for demonstration purposes. This is the original Phillips bit that it came with, and I'm not going to use that because I have a different one which has more wear on it and maybe less, I don't know, and also comes with an extendy piece. I think it'll just make it a little easier. There are some holes in this old knackered piece of wood. We're going to ignore that, and we're going to just start by putting in a Phillips screw, which this should have no trouble doing whatsoever. Right there should be good. Hopefully that's not too wonky. It probably is, but let's see. Yeah, it kind of is a bit wonky. Not all the way there yet, really? Well, it did it. It's barely countersunk, but yeah, not the greatest thing, and kind of knackered the head of the screw. It'll take it out, no problem. Got a drill bit here. We'll drill a new hole. Can we go there? Yeah, I think so. Let's try that. It runs it. Whether or not it'll make it through is another story. I think given enough time it will. Yeah, it did. Now the problem is the hole. See, normally with the drill bit, you're spinning at a much higher rate of speed. So it tends to wallow out the hole just a little more. You don't get that with the slow speed of this, so definitely can, but you shouldn't. So now we're going to take the 5-inch screw. The reason, of course, you don't want to do this is because it's just a stupid plastic gear case in here, and it's garbage. It was garbage to begin with. It basically never held a charge for more than a day. Let's see if it'll drive that with a hole already drilled. It powered through, barely. Shall we be so daring as to watch it get stuck? Oh! Yeah, it can't do it. Of course, I could turn it kind of manually. Maybe once it gets enough. Is that actually gonna... Yeah, that just spins it. So you gotta leave it powered. So I don't want to break it any more than that. We'll try going back down again just to see. Yeah. So 3-inch screw works with, does not work with a 5-inch screw, but still a hell of a lot better than it was originally. And again, we'll drive this screw in just to do it, now that the head of it is knackered some. Yep. All the way till she just can't go no more. The power is not incredible out of this. It never was. It never was meant to be. And this is way more than you should ever be asking of such a piece of crap tool. But I just did anyway. And it somewhat delivered. So that was kind of nice. Yeah, alright. Hey, listen. If it's going to at least work and hold a charge now, that's leaps and bounds better than it was before, where it wouldn't even hold a charge for a day, and the LED works. Yeah! That quit for no reason, so, speaking of your China, pretty nice indeed. We'll give this guy a nice charge up and see if it comes into play later on. They don't sell this kind anymore at Harbor Freight, the Chicago Electric one. They sold the Drill Master one, and I think still do. I got this one because the Chicago Electric brand was supposed to be a bit of an upgrade. Not in this. So, anyway, that was that little demonstration. That was fun. And now we'll go back in and have a wrap-up. So there you go. Everything has been refreshed, renewed, and supercharged. We have the Discovery Channel Store weather station with new LEDs that makes it actually readable. The 3 modded caller ID displays that now are backlit have RGB new call lights on them, and have the relays, which are over here, removed so it can no longer pick up the telephone line and cause that issue where people call and get a busy signal. We have the supercharged Chicago Electric screwdriver that is still quite happy in and of itself. The modded answering machine with the big honkin' green LED that can't be missed by a mile. The entitled Karen Millennial detergent that we'll have to try out. This display thing, I didn't set the time on it yet, but it is still alive and displaying. And of course, last but certainly not in any way the least, are the 2 info globes. The 2 that, after I saw RollingTardis with them, I was basically awestruck in that, yes, there was a unicorn version, and now I own one, and it's in smoke color, which is fantastic, and the green interwebs enabled one that is going to display other stuff. I mean, hot damn! All around, definitely pretty cool. Now, before you twerps start twerping out, remember, these are gifts, as was that. The rest was not free. Okay? I have to pay for stuff. I got to pay for shipping. I got to pay for shipping back. I have to pay for parts. I have to pay for his time. So this isn't free. I paid for all this stuff. So you can't just think you're going to get something for nothing. It doesn't work that way. But now I got all kinds of cool shit. Oddly, everything here is lit completely by LED. That's kind of odd, because all the things in here are LED. That's LED. That is LED. The backlight and the RGB are LED. Backlight in here is LED. And this has an orange LED, as we saw before, and the light in it, which is LED, that now works. So everything is oddly LED, but yet all pretty nice. So, how do I feel about it? Starstruck! How else? Huge thank you to RollingTardis for all of his hard work and the special gifts there. This is going to be... These are the kind of gifts I've always said about people giving giftsy gifts. Nobody needs an info globe. Nobody needs a this. Nobody needs a hacked answering machine or caller ID display or anything like that. But yet, it's kind of nice to have. And this isn't what I call a giftsy gift, where you get somebody a gift just for the fact that you kind of have to get them a gift. Every single one of these things, when I see them around the house, I'm going to think RollingTardis. So you need to think that way too. Link down in the description to his channel. Make sure you watch all of the videos on modding all of this stuff. And of course, most importantly, subscribe. And with that, that is going to bring this video to a close. So I thank you very much for watching, and I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. And here's what it actually looks like. You can see how much brighter that green LED on the answering machine is as compared to the cordless phone that is next to it. And there's an Amazon Echo with the screen on it over there. Barely see it. Yeah, it's just not enough light. Kick on the light here so you see. Yeah, definite big difference. Let's go to the caller ID box. Just fucking classy. Take a look at that. It looks like it always belonged. It looks like it was the same box that was here, but this is like a new version that they came out with that has all this fancy stuff. Awesome.